Hello, we're from this Jane's videos, and this is this recording? Yes, it is. This is day 5 of the Nightmare House, or it might be day 6. I think it's day 5 of the Nightmare House 2021, the Mortem Manor hot build videos. It's getting to be nighttime already, so I probably won't get too much done today, but I do plan to get a few things done. Mostly today, I want to show you the stuff that I've been working on, and it's a lot. I've gotten a lot of stuff done, and I'm excited to show you. Today is October 11th. I'm super excited. Halloween is coming, and I'm super excited for it. I hope to get some stuff done today because it actually feels like Fallout for the first time this season. It caught me by surprise because earlier it was hot and now all of a sudden it feels kind of cool out, which that's good. So let's get rolling. First, I'm going to show you the stuff I've been working on. Lost Her Way's right here. I'm going to turn off the lights and show it to you in a second. But Lost Her Way's right here. I didn't know where I was going to put her originally, but I decided to put her here. Static. She's going to be used as static, obviously. You've already seen all this. This right here, I love this. I got this from the oddity store. And it's an old Victorian portrait, and I put it in a frame, hung it on the wall. It's literally perfect. It looks awesome. There's the night. I don't think I showed these actually lit up yet, but there's the candles lit up. You'll get to see them in the dark in a moment. There's those fire pokers there. I don't have the fireplace yet, but I have something I'm going to make it with now, which is exciting. I think you've already seen all of this. I'm going to move on. Most of what I want to show you is stuff in the dark. But first I want to show you some more stuff in the light, just so you can see. Got this old Victorian baby carriage from the oddity store too, which I think is going to look good in Emily's room. This right here takes the cake of the stuff I got from the oddity store, because this is an actual genuine heater from the Victorian era. That's so cool. Obviously they didn't have electricity back then, so it was gas powered. They put the gas in there and it would heat up. So just having this in general is super cool, but being able to use it in hot is just going to be awesome. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but that's just so cool to have. Like, seriously. This I got today. This someone threw this out at the curb. I kind of beat it up a little bit just to make it look a little older. Someone put this at the curb, and I put that doll in there, and I think it looks good. This looks good for Emily's room. So I finally have something to put stuff on in Emily's room. There's Emily. You have this black doctor's bag, which isn't Haunted Mansion, but it's just an old Victorian thing, so I mean, it just works as just some stuff thrown around her room. Unfortunately, this wall bends a little bit here, but that's not a big deal. I mean, hopefully no one will notice that. Now let me take you out back. Got some more wood, because that's always needed. This, I put a tree here, one of the dead trees. Originally I was planning on making some trees out of PVC to go down this path, but I think it's better to just get these tree branches that are tall and put them here. So I put one here, literally just one. It's just dug a hole in the ground, put it in, perfect. Oh, it feels so nice out, I love it. And I got a whole bunch more today, so I'm thinking I'll probably put some of those up today. Also, one important thing I think I should note, and I'll get to this stuff in just a moment, but one important thing I think I should note, just so you guys can understand what's going on going into the rest of these haunt builds when you don't see the last crypt scene being made. I'm not doing it. This scene right here that was originally going to be a crypt with a bunch of coffins and stuff, I decided it's just going to be way too costly, because it's such a long path, and to get walls for all of that, it's going to be costly. And so I decided not to do that. However, I still need to use this space because the space exits the haunt. So what it's going to be is it's going to be basically just like the path that's coming from the other side where I just showed where the tree is. It's going to have trees, except the only difference is there's going to be some props in this one, probably Nightcrawler at the very end, and I'm still going to have some coffins with corpses in them. Kind of just thrown around through the cemetery, so it's not a crypt, but it's just coffins that are kind of undug from the cemetery. It's just another part of the cemetery with dead trees. I think it'll be honestly come out better than the crypt scene, because I probably would not have been able to get as many walls as I need for the crypt scene. I'm thinking I probably would have only been able to fill it up about halfway, and then the rest would have just been like a path leading out, but it wouldn't have actually been a part of the haunt. This way I can literally fill the whole thing, and I think it'll turn out much, much better. So I'm kind of happy I did that. Also, it saves me this, because this was going to be the facade for the crypt scene, and actually this was my final deciding factor. It's kind of lopsided because the metal's bent on it, but hopefully it'll be fine. But this was kind of my final deciding factor into why I'm not doing that scene, because I'm still using this, of course, but I don't think it would look good there with the roof coming down, and I don't even know if it would fit. So I thought, well, because this was going to be the facade of the final crypt. And then my idea was to put it in front of the big mausoleum. that's going to be back there. Have that be the facade. But I don't think that'll look right with the roof behind it. It just won't look right. I'm going to build a facade for that, just like my original plan was. So what am I doing with this arch? Well, I'm eliminating work from myself and not doing cemetery pillars, which is a big step out of the way and a big chunk of wood I would need to buy out of the way. So this is where the cemetery pillars would have been, leading into the cemetery. Instead, I'm just going to have that arch as the entrance to the cemetery, which I actually think will look better. So I'm happy I decided to do that. It saves myself a lot of work. It's over here right now just because that's where I set it up, but I'm going to move it soon. This here, this armoire, whatever, however you pronounce it. I'm not going to use this as this. That's why it's out back, because it's going to be cut. This is going to be cut off. And then this, see the back here? This is going to be taken out. And this is going to be my fireplace. It's about as tall as I need it. It's about as wide as I need it. This is going to be my fireplace because it is so hard to find a fireplace for a cheap price. It is so hard to make a fireplace that looks good. So literally just cutting this, it'll look like a fireplace because I'll put logs in it. And this will be an open thing. And that's going to be the fireplace. So much better than spending hundreds of dollars on an actual fireplace mantle. So that's what that's going to be. I probably won't use the top here. I don't know what I would use it for, and I probably won't. You might be thinking, why don't you just use that as it is in the haunt? That looks very Victorian, haunted mansion-like. I don't have enough space in the haunt for it, because it's massive. So, it's just going to be the fireplace, which is great. It basically eliminates all the work I need to do for the fireplace, except for cutting it. And, hopefully I'll have that done very, very soon. So I can finally get that fireplace in its spot. Now, I'm going to head on back to the interior of the mansion to show you the stuff I wanted to show you in there, which is with the lights off. So, let's head on over there and show you what I want to show you. And it looks super cool. So basically what I want to show you is, give me just one moment, let me turn this light off and let me turn up this brightness a ton. I need to turn it up all the way. I think that's all the way. Bam, you already saw this, but watch this. If it works, if it's still connected, which I hope it is. I'm just going to show it to you, then I'll show you how I did it, but I just want to show it to you first. Just so you can see how freaking cool it is. Take a look at that. Lightning and thunder. Give it a second, it'll go again. I have it on a loop. Just give it 1 second. I literally love everything about it. I'm so happy with it in every way. It's so cool. Now my original plan was to get a perfect storm lightning controller or thunder controller or whatever, where you basically, what a perfect storm is you hook it up to, you plug in a light to it and and you put sound next to it and it plays it but those are like almost $100. Instead I found this light on Amazon, this little light right here, which I'll turn the lights on in a second, but first I want to show you how this looks in the dark. I really like how this looks in the dark, especially with the portrait. It's probably hard to see, but I like it. Now, I'm going to show you what I did, and then I'm going to get into doing some new stuff today. But first I want to show you that light. This light, you just can find it on Amazon. Look up thunder light or lightning light or just sound activated strobe, because that's what it is. It's a sound activated strobe light, and you can change the intensity and how much of it you want to, how sensitive you want it to be to sound. I have it about halfway. And then right next to it I have a speaker to play thunder sounds connected to my phone from Bluetooth. And it makes it look like thunder. And it was only about $30, which is much better than spending nearly $100 on a Perfect Storm thunder controller. Because also with the Perfect Storm, it's literally the same thing, but you also can only use like work lights for it. You need to plug it into it. This, you literally just put the light there and put a sound next to it and it's perfect. So I think this was much more affordable. I think it was a much better decision. So if you want to do lightning or something in your haunt, I suggest that. Also, if you want to do any lighting effects like that, I suggest it. Like, if you want to do electricity, it works fine. You can do anything that you want with it. I think it would look great for electricity, too. And also, if you want to do some kind of light show or something with music, it works well for that, too, because I did put some music to it, and it goes with the bass. It actually goes with the music. I might buy another one to shine outside of my house and have like a little Halloween light show there while people are waiting in line, because these are really, really cool, and for only 30 bucks it's not bad at all. So just wanted to show you the stuff I've been working on, and now let's get to the new stuff. I'm gonna give you a look at what I did, and I'm happy with it. I like it. Out here I put more of the trees up, and it's looking good. I usually don't like this scene of the haunt. This is usually my least favorite area. No matter what the theme is, this is usually my least favorite area, because I don't like how you can see the house. But honestly, the trees cover it up pretty good, and you're pretty distracted by the trees. But here it is with the fog rolling. I didn't plan to put a fog machine here, but I thought it would look so much cooler with one. So there's a fog machine there. And the fog rolls up through the trees, and it looks super cool. Now, when you're walking up to that area, I think it's going to look great. But I really, really like it. Obviously there's going to be more trees here, and hopefully the wind won't be blowing the fog that way on Halloween. But we'll see what happens. I have a blue light hanging from up there, shining down on the trees with some branches in front of it to hinder the lighting and add some like branch effects to the lighting. Ooh, that looks cool. But yeah, you got the trees. I think they look super cool up there. I really like it. Or right here, not up there, but I think they look cool. There's not very much light on the trees going down the path, but that's alright, because what I'm gonna do, that looks super cool. What I'm gonna do is when I put the cemetery arch here, I'm gonna shine a light on that, and so the trees at the back of the path will basically be backlit. So they'll basically look like that. They'll be big shadows, which I think should look pretty cool. So that's that. I really like how that scene is coming along. I might do a few more things in the interior tonight. I don't know though. I'm not sure. I might just put a few things in their spots, simple things, you know. But we'll see what happens. And if not, this is going to cut to the close of the video if I don't. So I decided to do a quick haunt test run of the haunt so far, which is like less than 50% of it. But I decided to do a test run of it so far. Looking good. I'm really happy with it so far. Obviously, like I said, this is like, what, like 40% done of the haunt? Not even, like 30% done, I would say. 30% of it, maybe even 20%. It's not a lot. There's still so much to do, but I'm so happy with it so far. Towering Chain Ghost is on. I have him on a sensor, so he's not going non-stop.
This torment of a tortured soul had died into the torment I wish to share.
And in here, you can hardly see anything, but there's a Victorian heater right there. This scene looking super cool. Let me get that fog rolling. I actually had the fog inside here rolling, and then it filled up the entire house because I couldn't stop it, because my remotes are broken, so I need to get a new remote, so I couldn't stop it. But I turned the lights on just to show you some things I added. The Victorian heater I decided to put right there. You can hardly see it. There's a top hat right there. You can hardly see any of this stuff. But I think the most important thing I added that I want to show you is this curtain was put up that divides the house from here. So that looks much, much better without being open. So I'm really happy about that. But that's about it for today. If I do another test run and I'll show you stuff, you know what? I'm just going to turn up all these lights right now. I'm just going to turn them at their maximum brightness just so you can see for the test run. It's not going to be as spooky, but it should still look good. I just want you to be able to see the haunt in all its glory. Alright, so now you can see things better. That's kind of reddish because I didn't want to adjust it yet, how the light's going to look. But that's that. And over here, mostly what I wanted to focus on that you can't see any other time is Emily's room. Just because I really like it, and with that out the window, I like that a lot. There's the top hat.
and I have been ever so low.
That's a cool shot right there. I love that. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this haunt build video. Hopefully I'll have another one out tomorrow, because I plan to do a lot more stuff on the haunts now that we are getting closer and closer to Halloween. I hope you all enjoyed this haunt build video. Quite a bit was done today. I mean, not really, but just kind of in a way. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.